Saturday. I hope you guys are having a super Saturday. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this episode of She Be Throwing Down. Look, you guys, your girl is doing it on today. I got me a foot-long Subway. You know, when I tried to do a Subway video last time, it was blurry because I was in a bad area with bad connection. But today, your girl is doing it again. Yes, I got a foot-long Subway sandwich, the number 23. And you know what I do, because I'm not buying that combo meal, you all. I also have me some Ruffles sour cream and onion chips, and also some Doritos that I'm going to eat with my sandwich because I love, love, love cheese chips with my Subway sandwich. I am drinking me a Coke, you all. Yes, I asked them for some ice. I was going to give me a 7-Eleven drink, but you guys, I don't know, it didn't taste right. Like it needed to be fixed or something. I mean, it is hot out here today, y'all. Let me say my grace. Oh, wait a minute. Your girl also has a Subway cookie. I have a chocolate chip cookie as well. Yes, I do. Chocolate chip. I told them to heat it up. Yes. Let me start off with my prayer. Father God, I just thank you for this food. Lord, I pray that you will bless it, make it nutritious for my body. In Jesus' name, I pray, amen. You guys, I was craving me a Subway sandwich today. So I have the number 23. I have lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, banana peppers, mustard, mayonnaise, just a little bit of mustard and mayonnaise, and the oreganos and oils, salt and pepper. Hope you guys can hear me because I got that air on because it is super hot out here today in Texas. That y'all. I should let you guys get a bite. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I didn't tell you guys that I also have, I like provolone and pepper jack cheese on my sandwich. I like them both on there together. It is absolutely delicious. And I love cheese chips with my sandwich. So good. So good. I don't know why my stove is falling out, y'all. Mm, mm, mm. I like Subway. It's so much healthier than, you know, choosing to eat a burger or something fried. I'm really enjoying this today. Mm. 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 So I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Hey, I'm gonna send some shout outs, y'all. Oh my God, you guys, a lot of you all on this chat. How are you, Harmon? Hello, lady. How are you? Mary, is that Deo? How are you? Dan Stitch Girl, hey, how are you? It's right here. How are you? And Ebony said, let me get some. Here you go, Ebony. Uh-oh, I spilled a little juice right there, y'all. And also, I don't understand this, but hi, it's in a different language. It's Above Flames 12. When you go camping, do the bears hide their food? Not sure if they do. I wouldn't want to find out, you guys. Stitch Girl, love the hair. Thank you so much. Logan. He said, I moan before biting. Is that Esme Avenue? How are you? Wish I could have a bite. How are you? Ebony said, yummy. Frank said, why? How are you? S.Y. washed up 50-year-old. Don't know what that meant. Thank you so much, Anthony. How are you, Anthony? Hope you're doing well. Ocean Girly, how are you? Hey to everybody. I can't go through the whole chat, but I want to say hey to all the viewers and the subscribers. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe bell, you all. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm. So good, y'all. I love the provolone and the pepper jack on the Subway sandwich. You gotta try it. Have them do half and half. So good. Oh, and I get it toasted. I like my bread toasted slightly. I cannot eat Subway without the bread toasted. I just cannot do it. It's something about the bread. It's really doughy. Mmm. Honestly, I think a lot of Subway sandwiches taste better when the bread is toasted. I don't know, it just makes it pop, y'all. It was a time, you all, I couldn't eat a footlong. I just really recently started getting into Subway. I mean, I had to have a taste for Subway, but it seemed like since I've been doing videos, I've been really into Subway more. And it's not that I don't like it, but I've had, actually, I like Subway, but I've had some better sandwiches, believe it or not. Potbellies, I love Potbellies, you all. I'm going to do a Potbelly mukbang one day because they have some delicious sandwiches. Mmm. One of the managers at Subway, she just subscribed to my channel. She was like, I said, give me about an hour and then you can check out the new video I'm doing, because the last Subway that I purchased and I did a video, it did not come out good. I was actually in the parking lot, not too far from that Subway, and the Wi-Fi was horrible. Never again. So I had to drive a little bit to get where I need to get situated, because I said, never again. I can't go there. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Let me show y'all something. So, since it's a food video, I went to 7-Eleven, but I didn't get a drink, because this particular 7-Eleven, if you pay attention, a lot of the 7-Elevens have converted to the new drink machine, the touch screen, the touch screen pop machine, where you touch Coke, you touch Dr. Pepper, and it comes out. It's really nice. Well, this other 7-Eleven by my house, they haven't converted to the new soft drink machine, and it's, you know, yucky looking. And so I rarely go to this one, but I was driving past before I went to get my sandwich. But look, you guys, let me tell you what I did get. He had a whole lot of candy items for $1. Oh my God, you guys, that is so ghetto, you guys. I do have manners. They had a lot of chips. Now, you guys, chips are like $2.69 now. Well, depending on what state you're in. They had a lot of different chips for $1. They had hot fries, all kind of, you know, different chips, selective chips for $1. So I got 2 of these, because I got one for my daughter. This is 7-Eleven brand. You guys, I don't know, some of y'all sleep on 7-Eleven, because they got some hot chips that are fire, but I got the plain ones. I could have did my video with that, but I was like, no, your girl like cheese. So I got these. I like beef jerkies every now and then, you all. They were $1 a piece. They had gushers. They had like cherry almonds. So I got these tropical gushers. They had sour gushers. Oh, and I got this as well. I looked at the price. This is normally $2.99. Why was it $1? It's called Mr. Beast Feastables milk chocolate, you guys. So it must be good. If it's regular price, $2.99. So I got all of these little treats for $1. I like to have little snacks every now and then at home that I can go to. And so I got that, you guys. So I didn't go out empty-handed. I did not leave out empty-handed. No, I did not. Y'all, that's the number 23. I really wanted a fountain drink because of the ice, and it could stay cool, but 7-Eleven did not have, you know, their drinks didn't taste good. So I just went to Dollar Tree and got my soda, and then the people at Subway gave me a cup of ice, which was really sweet. Put that up in there, y'all. I don't know what it is, y'all, but I love sandwiches with pepperoni on it. There's something about pepperoni in a Subway sandwich, y'all. I even like pepperoni with like a honey ham, honey turkey, pastrami with pepperoni. Oh, y'all, it's so good. Excuse me. I'm sitting outside the parking lot of a church, you all. I like to come by this church. It's a Lutheran church. I like to sit in the parking lot because it's so peaceful. Right next door is the Ace Hardware. And sometimes when I just want peace and quiet, I'll come over here and just sit, or I'll film my videos, you all. And so, I mean, it's just so nice. Give you guys a little glimpse what I'm talking about. Let me switch this around. That's like the back area. Really peaceful, you guys. Nobody bothering me. I don't have to worry about no foolishness, you know. So I like coming here sometimes to clear my mind and get away. Oh, I'll walk over here sometimes. Is that my daughter? Excuse me, is that my baby? I got my baby on here. How you doing? Hey to my daughter, y'all better be nice on me today. My baby on here. My baby will tell y'all about yourself, about her mama. But look, you guys, seriously, I'm just playing. But seriously, you guys. But how you doing, Eve? Listen, you guys. That's what I'm going to talk about today. You got to find time to just sit and be in quietness sometimes. Because there's so much noise around us, you all. Social media, you got your family, you got your kids, you got your spouse, you got the job, you got things you're thinking about. You're thinking about the bills, you're thinking about whatever it is. You got to find time to just Selah and pause. Selah is in the Bible, S-E-L-A-H. That's when you just sit and just pause sometimes. Sometimes we just need to sit and reflect. Just you and God. Just you and God, you know, and just be still. Because a lot of times God is trying to talk to us and we're just on the go. We on the go. We on the go. Gotta get to work, gotta get home, gotta cook, gotta do this, gotta go to this game, gotta do this with the kids. Just so much, you guys. I just feel like everything is set up. You know, God was really dealing with me about these cell phones, you all. How these, I think about how Steve Jobs, when he designed the Apple phone, you all, and not too long afterwards, he passed away. You would think a little device, such as the cell phone, because before that, we had the flip phones. We had the pagers. You remember the pagers? They called it a beeper. I remember, I don't know the age of people on this live, but I told you guys I'm 52. I remember when beepers were out. Actually, pagers. I don't even think DSL had came out yet. The internet wasn't out yet. But we had beepers. They were pagers. Even doctors had pagers. And how a beeper or pager worked, for those who do not know, this is when payphones were out. You had pretty much every gas station had a payphone. You would pay a quarter. I don't know if you guys remember this. I don't know the ages of people on this live, but you could make a collect call. Who remembers that? You would get on the payphone, you would dial 0, call the operator, and you would say, let's say, for example, you was a young person and you was trying to call home. You would say, I would like to make a collect call to this number. I believe I'm saying it right. And what will happen is the operator will put you on hold, call the person you're trying to call and say, hey, Sheila's on the phone. I have Sheila on the phone and she wants to know, will you accept her collect call? Excuse me, you either said yes or no. If you said yes, you would see that collect call on your next bill. And so the call will go through. I also remember when you would be on the phone with somebody, and if you needed to get through to somebody, you could have the operator disrupt that call to reach somebody else. That's how it was, you all. Nearly everybody had a landline phone because cell phones were not out. So I feel like a lot of young people, in their mind, this generation would say, oh my God, how did you make it? Like, to this generation, it's like, We cannot make it without a cell phone. But they don't understand we did not have phones, and we were okay with that. Like, we still got in touch with people. Remember when you met somebody on the street, you took out a sheet of paper to get their phone number? Who remembers that? If a guy liked you, or a girl, wanted to give the guy her number, I remember some people would put it on their arm. They would be like, okay, what is your number? If they didn't have a sheet of paper, they'll put it on the receipt. They'll write it in their hand, y'all. Y'all, come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. People will write your number on the palm of their hand, on their body, and we had phone books. We actually had telephone books. And the crazy thing about it, you all, I sit back and I say, man, we remember people's numbers. We actually remembered people's numbers. We didn't have a cell phone with a call log in it. So now, if you really think about it, how many people numbers do you know by just offhand? You just know their number by heart. I think we're so used to going into the phone, because look, we got either people's name listed as my daughter, you got your child's name, wifey, husband, you got the number as husband, wife. Do you really remember the number? I just think about that, because sometimes I got to go back and say, oh my God, what is my child's number? What is my son's number? Because I'm so used to hitting what I've named phone. And it's crazy, you all. Like, we so caught up in the noise. We're so caught up in social media. We're so caught up. You think about it. You go to the restaurant. They're looking down on their phone. They're scrolling. They're on dates. They're scrolling. They're out with the family. They're scrolling. When we didn't have phones, we were more into our families. We were more into discussions with our children. I feel like people were more involved with family. Yes, they were. Hold on, you guys. And I think about that. We didn't have all these apps. We didn't have Netflix, you all. We actually had DVD players. I remember, my children remember this. Every Friday was movie night. Blockbusters was a movie place. You go and rent the movie, you guys. Who remember Blockbusters? Let me think of another one. I can't think right now. There were little local video shops in neighborhoods where you would rent the video, you all. You would rent the video for so many weeks. If you wanted to keep it, they would just add whatever. I remember those days, you all. We actually spent time with the family. We spent time with the family. And I remember some of the video places near the home, they would give you a free pizza, or the one near our house, they had like special offers where they would say, okay, all the kids bring in their report cards. If you got an A on your report card, they would give a free personal pizza, stuff like that, you all. So much has changed, you all. I do believe technology is a blessing. I believe technology has advanced. It is a blessing, but at the same time, technology can be dangerous, you all. I feel like technology has caused division among the family. You're trying to get your kids' attention. They so into the TikTok. They so into the social media. You know, kids in the room now, door closed. Like, you tell any of my children, listen, I had to see what was going on with my children. I had to check in on them, you all. Like, I don't think a lot of parents are into their children's, really digging in to see what's going on with them. Because I'm going to tell you, I told you all I work in the school system. So I had one young lady tell me, I don't know how we got on this conversation, but it was just her and her brother. I saw you and your brother close. I do remember now. I was at a particular school, and I had about a few students. They were waiting around for, to be picked up. I don't know how we started talking about siblings and things like that. So I asked this particular student, were they close with their brother? And they was like, not really. I can see it in her face that they weren't too close. And so she told me she was concerned about her brother, and she told her parents about her concern. And they were like, oh, he's just a teenager. He'll be all right. And you know, as I'm listening to this young lady, I'm thinking in my head, no, he's not all right. Excuse me. And this is where I feel we as parents make our mistakes, because look, you got to pay attention to the behavior of your children. You got to pay attention to signs, what's changing, isolating themselves more quiet. So the young lady was like, I was really concerned about my brother, how he's so into the, you know, video games and stuff. Like, it could really mess people up mentally. If you think about it, a lot of this stuff is damaging people mentally. Look at some of these TikTok sensations. They went through a lot of mental breakdown. A lot of them committed suicide. A lot of people thought they were happy because social media presents this, sometimes it presents this false reality. People are so caught up into social media. They see it as a real thing. Do people even interact with one another anymore? Do people know how to communicate? I had to tell my students, I said, look, you guys, look, when we're in reading class and stuff, you can be so used to talking Ebonic on a text message. You can't talk Ebonic when you're writing a paragraph in English class. You cannot do it. You got to know when to switch off. You got to know when, like, look, I can be funny, I can laugh, I can talk Ebonic, but you better believe if I have a professional interview, I know how to conduct myself. I'm not going to be in an interview, see, you know, yo, and no. It's yes, it's no, it's for, you know, you got to know when to switch up. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you know, you got to know when you can be funny at home with the family, but you cannot get used to, I think a lot of these young people, they're so used to being Ebonic on the text message that you can't do that in class. You can't write like that. You have to use a complete sentence. You have to use a subject and a predicate. When you're talking, when you're speaking, depending on where you are. And I tell the young people, because, you know, if you're asked, why should we give you this scholarship? Why do you want to come to this university? You have to be able to speak fluently. You have to be able to use complete sentences. You can't be talking Ebonic in certain environments. You cannot do it. You just cannot do it. I'm just saying that because I feel a lot of this stuff is training. It's programming the mind to think a certain way. It's programming the mind to function a certain way. Everything is moving. Who's really sitting down? Who's still eating at the table as a family? That was important to me. We had to eat as a family. Now, somebody going to get a little snack, a little nectarine, that's different. But everybody know in my house, dinner time is ready. We're at the table. How many people are still eating at the table? That's the opportunity to see what's going on in your children's lives, to see how they're doing, how does school go. You should never be too busy to find out what's going on in the lives of your family members. You got to know what's going on. Even if you're raising small children, babies, newborns, you have to find time to sit down and selah. You need to pause. You need to pause. Whether that's going to the lakefront, sitting by the water. When I was living in Illinois and Chicago, I loved going to the lakefront. I loved going to Lake Michigan. I would take, matter of fact, my college was about 6 minutes away by car from the lakefront. Well, you know, the lakefront, Lake Michigan stretch miles, you all the way north, south. So I was a good 5-6 minutes away from the lakefront. I loved going by the rocks. I loved meditating, having time to myself. Sometimes you got to get away from your friends. You got to get away from family and take some time for yourself to just sit in quietness. It is a blessing to have a quiet moment to yourself, to think, to just, it's times I just don't want to be bothered with people, you all. I'm a people person. I love people, but there are times I just do not want to be bothered. I want to be to myself. I just want to relax. There are some Saturdays, like I remember when I was young, staying in the house on a Saturday was like, huh? Staying in the house on a Saturday? That does not make sense. When you're a teenager, when you're in your late 20s, but baby, keep living, as they say, you would thank God for quiet moments. You would thank God that things aren't moving fast. You would thank God for that things are slowing down, you all. I'm just paying attention right now, you all. I'm sorry, because I'm at this church and I saw this truck. So I'm just very observant of my surroundings. So I'm not being rude. I just think I saw this truck earlier, okay? So I'm just paying attention right now. But anyway, you guys, so I just lost my train of thought, what I was going to say. There are some Saturdays where I don't have to go anywhere. I just want to relax because it was a long week. I will get up, shower, just relax. Even if I just want to relax and just lay down all day, I'm going to make sure I shower, take care of myself, freshen up, watch movies. I just want to relax, spend time with God. I'll have my worship music on. I love turning on YouTube sometimes, and I'll just play that like soft music with the birds chirping, and they're playing that soft piano music, and I'm just getting peace in my home. I like my home to be peaceful. I like it to be quiet so you can hear God. Sometimes God is like, I've already gave you your answer. I already spoke to you, but you weren't listening. You were too busy going about your day. You were just moving. And sometimes the Lord is like, he's like, hey, he's tapping your shoulder like, hey, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to answer your prayer. I'm trying to tell you, give you instructions. I'm trying to tell you what to do, but you're not listening. You keep moving and you keep saying, Lord, you're not talking to me. Lord, you're not giving me an answer. God is like, I am trying to give you an answer. I've been trying to give you an answer. Okay, everything is good now, you all. Somebody just getting dropped off. God is like, I've been trying to give you an answer for a while. You're not listening. You're not slowing down. So like I said, I love this spot right here. I love this spot. Don't nobody bother you. I just come here and sometimes I just want to look at the trees. I just reflect, you all. I look at the grass. I look at how I just be thinking about, I'm grateful to be alive. I just have those moments, you all, where you just want to sit and just think. Just sit and think. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I can sit in my car and just think, that I can see the trees, that I can, see the wind blowing, that the sun is on me. Even though it's hot, I thank God I can feel the sun, because somebody can't feel the sun. Somebody don't have their feeling in their body. They can't see. They can't see the color, so I just thank God. I'll just love this church. I'll just come here and sit. I do it all the time, you all. So I believe we're all guilty of that. Where God is like, I'm trying to talk to you. You keep moving. Social media got your attention. Your cell phone got your attention. That relationship you in got more of my attention. As you get older, I feel like some of you may appreciate it now. I appreciate moments that I can spend with myself, you all. That I can be in a quiet place. The Bible says to be still and know that I am God. Sometimes we just gotta be still. We gotta just Selah. Selah means pause. We just gotta pause sometimes. Don't move. Get your mind focused, because sometimes we're so clouded with, like I said, bills and I gotta do this, I gotta do that. We're thinking about next week, not even knowing if we're gonna be here next week, not even knowing if next week is even on the calendar with God. Sometimes we're thinking about 2 months from now, a week from now, a month from now. And God is like, focus on today. Isn't that something, you all? We can cheat ourselves on today, thinking about tomorrow, thinking about what I got to do in 2 months, thinking about how your child going back to school in August, thinking about I got to do this when I go to college, thinking about I got to do this on my job. And the day ain't even here yet. We just thinking about it. And you think about it, that is so true. We will cheat ourselves on today, stressing over tomorrow, stressing over next week, stressing over a bill that listen, you can't pay it anyway. I've learned to just rest in God. You can't, I mean, God know you. I hope you ain't gonna go rob a bank. You can't, I mean, you don't have it. You just gotta trust God. Some things you have to just trust God and don't stress, because stress will kill you. Sometimes I have to tell myself, you gotta know. I'm not going to allow this situation. I'm not going to allow these people. I'm not going to allow my adult children. I'm not going to allow my job. I'm not married right now, but I'm not going to allow my spouse. I'm just saying, if some of y'all thinking that, I'm not going to allow anybody to put me in an early grave. No. You could worry yourself to death, you all. The Bible says to be anxious for nothing. God said, be anxious for nothing. He said, but with prayer and thanksgiving, make your request known unto him. You can worry yourself to death. You could stress. You guys, let me tell you something. I wonder who all remember this, who saw this recently. There was a 40-year-old lady, that I thought this was a joke, but it was for real. There was a 40-year-old lady who worked herself so much. That lady went home, I think, to go to bed or take a nap. She never woke up. That lady did not wake up. She worked herself so, you guys, I'm going to tell y'all something. I know these bills got to be paid. I know, listen, as a matter of fact, I'm not trying to live above my means. Listen, you know what I told God one day? I said, Lord, I just want to be comfortable. Now, if God want me to be rich, I'm okay with that. If he want me to be a millionaire, I'm okay with that. But I just want to be comfortable. I mean comfortable where, if I say right now, I feel like going to Hawaii for the weekend, I got the money to do it. That's what I mean by comfortable. Like that, bills paid, matter of fact, debt free, not worried about stuff. I can just pay cash. I'm not saying I'm gonna go buy a $500 shirt, not saying that. I just want to be able to be comfortable. But look, let me tell you, sometimes it ain't even about the money with me. Like, I have always been like this. Like, I'm not lazy, I'm a hard worker, but I've always been like this, what I'm about to share with you guys. I thank God, you guys, I thank God that I've never worked like 2 jobs, 3 jobs. That's how I ended up working in the school system, because I wanted to be that parent that was home with my children. Now, this is not against, listen, I'm not saying anything against parents that are single parents, that they work nights. You got to do what you got to do. I get that. I didn't have support. Some people have support. They got their grandmothers living by. They can watch their kids. They don't have to take their kids to daycare. That wasn't my case before my children were adult children. Listen, one thing I always told myself, you was not going to find me on no job doing no overtime. Now, I've had my share overtime. I'm not saying I never worked overtime, but I did not let that be my life. I believe in family time. Like, I'm not finna be on no job all day long, all day night. I'm not doing it. I feel like I have a life. I have a family. I want to enjoy the money that I make. I do not believe in working to pay, living just to pay bills. You never enjoy your money. You never vacation. You don't do nothing. Like, that is not living. I refuse to live like that. Like, I remember, listen, yes, I was a single mom. I was married for 7 years, went through a divorce. I was raising my children, yes, 4 children, as a single mother. You know, didn't compromise, didn't have a man paying my bills. No, I did not, because a man paying my bills, who's not my husband, ain't free. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I was not willing to compromise for money. Hey, whatever I went through, the eviction, whatever I went through it. It was okay with me because guess what? I was going through it. I was not compromising. Let me tell you, God is so good because everything I went through, God blessed me. He blessed me and my children. I don't recall, lights being out, water not paid. I didn't play getting my hair done, sacrificing a bill. No, sometimes the nails couldn't get done. It's okay. As long as my bills was paid. That's my thing. I would rather be broke knowing that my bills are paid. Long as my bills are paid, you all, that's what's important to me, taking care of priorities. But I was not going to work my butt off till I can't function. No. I hear people say, when I retire, I'm gonna go do this. No. You're telling me you're gonna work yourself like a dog. You're gonna work like a slave. You're gonna give these companies everything they want. And you don't make time for yourself? You're telling yourself, I'm going to wait till I retire. Who said you're going to live to retirement? Who said you're going to live to retirement? And this is the thing. If you do, you don't know what your health is going to be like. You don't know what the next day is going to hold. You should make time to do something for yourself. You don't have to be retired to enjoy life. You don't have to be retired to do a mini vacation. You do not have to be retired to do a cruise. I took my children on a cruise every spring break. I would take my income tax money, you all. I wouldn't take my income tax money to go buy more stuff. Now, if I had a need for it, that was different. But I didn't just go take my income tax money and say, well, let me see what I can buy. Let me go buy a 50-inch screen TV. Let me go buy this, that. Nope. Let me tell you what I did with my tax money. Your girl paid her bills months in advance, so I don't have to be stressing. Your girl paid her bills in advance. I planned a very good trip every spring break for my children. This was my thinking. I said, look, they've been in school just like I need a break, just like I get vacation on my job. I said, just like I get vacation on my job, just like I need a break, my kids need a break too. They've been working hard. They've been in school. So that was my thinking. So every spring break, we went somewhere. We took a trip. Listen, if you can't get on the plane, you can't leave the state, go get a hotel. Go get a hotel in the suburban area. Go about an hour away. There's so much that you can do. There is so much that you can do. But I refused. When my children were small, we had to be doing something over the summer, whether it was going to the zoo, Six Flags Great America. We had to do something. We had to do something because, look, I refuse to work a job and I don't enjoy my money. I don't enjoy my money, no. I don't believe in working now, I do believe. I'm not saying that there haven't been times I had goals and I humped. No, I'm not saying I haven't humped. I'm not saying I never worked overtime, but I'm talking about all day, every day. That's been people's life all day, every day. And listen, I give kudos to the people that's doing that. You got hard men working out here. I know you got families, you're working hard. You want to see your kids eat. You want to see your family eat. You want to see them have clothes. I get that. But make time for yourself. All I'm saying is, don't work yourself to the bone where you ain't no good for you. You ain't no good for you. You're stressed out. Some people are so burnt out on these jobs and I'm talking to the people that's married. You can be so burnt out on these jobs that by the time you get home, you ain't no good for your spouse. You can't even make love to your spouse. Y'all, come on now. I'm talking truth, y'all. You are so burnt out that you're no good for your spouse. You come home, you're always, I'm tired, I'm tired. You're not fun, you know, you're just always tired. You ain't gave all your energy to that company. You ain't gave all your energy to job. Listen, that's not right because you're married. Remember, we talked about balance my last video. You got to find a way to have balance. Maybe you got to cut them hours down. I didn't say quit your job. Maybe you got to cut them hours down. Maybe you got to make some changes in your schedule because listen, if you working to the bones and you're neglecting your family, something needs to give, you all. Something has to give. I'm telling you. You may need to sit back and reflect. Go back and do a self-reflection because sometimes it's about that money. Well, listen, sometimes it's about that money, you all, the greed for money. It's the greed for money. And I just remember, you know, you got wives that they get mad if a man don't work. Then when he work, get mad because he worked too much. Listen, you can't be doing that. You got to find an even balance. You can't be saying, well, he ain't got a job, and then when he finally get a job, you work too much. You're never home. Listen, but you got to find that balance. You have to, you all. You have to. You know, God put us on this earth. He wants us to enjoy life. And I'm not speaking of enjoying life and you doing stuff all crazy. I'm talking about as far as the will of God. Yes, God wants us to enjoy life. He wants us to spend time with our families. You know, of course, doing things that are, you know, pleasurable to him. You know, I'm not saying out there doing crazy stuff. No, I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm just saying he wants you to enjoy life. Enjoy the things. Take your family to the amusement park. Go see a movie. Go do something fun. Go take a quick 2-day vacation. It ain't got to be a whole week. Go do something for yourself. You can even find cruises on sale, you all. You can find some cheap last-minute cruises on sale. Go take your family out. When the last time you and your spouse went somewhere together? When the last time you took your kids somewhere? Do something. I'm telling you, I make time for myself. And I think because I did that with my children, now I see my adult children doing it. They travel. They going places. They like, oh, mama, we can go take a road trip. We going with our friends. I love it. I love it. Go see the world. Go and enjoy yourself. Because tomorrow, I promise you all, when I get married again, I want somebody who wants to travel, that wants to do things. They're not boring. Listen, because life is too short, you all, to just be working and coming home and that's it. You just a homebody. You never want to do nothing. You won't go get an ice cream. I mean, simple stuff. Go get an ice cream. Go take your kids to the park and push them on the swing. See, that's making memories. Memories don't have to be expensive. It's about the quality time that you spend with a person. The time that you're spending with them. Walking with them. Go show them how to roller skate. Go show them how to ride a bike. That's spending quality time with them. I remember doing this, you all, as a single mom. I took my kids, because you guys, I was a good roller skater. I told you, your girl can roller skate. I came from Chicago, baby, and roller skating back in the 80s and 90s, y'all, listen, that was the thing, to go roller skating. Let me tell you, I remember I took all 4 of my children at one time to the skating rink. I put them on the middle of the floor and I began to show them how to skate. Do you know, to this day, all 4 of my children know how to roller skate. Every last one of them. I showed them, the day I showed them how to roller skate, they started going around the whole roller rink. Those were memories that we created. I even have videos, like when they were skating, I pull out my phone, I was videoing them skating. I'm telling you guys, you gotta make memories. I remember Grant Park. I would go downtown, you all. We would, listen, let me tell you something as simple as this. I would go to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree used to sell the bomb kites, y'all. They used to have some nice kites for $1. I would go get kites, you all, and go to the lakefront where the wind was perfect and blowing. And we would go and we would fly our kites. I mean, it would be in the air for a long time. Sometime I would go to parks that had grills. I would bring my own aluminum foil, you all, because I didn't like just laying my meat on an open grill that's open to the public. I would, have my aluminum foil where it's clean and put my meat. But I would do stuff like that, you guys. I would create memories. You got to create memories. But I'm telling you, do not work yourself to the bone and you're tired. You're stressed. Some people working hard every day and you still see that the bills ain't paid. Listen, you gotta trust God. You just gotta trust God. I refuse to be stressed, y'all. I am 52 years old. People be like, you don't look your age. For one, I believe because I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I'm always laughing. But the Bible says that laughter is a good medicine. I'm constantly laughing, y'all. Some people have not smiled in a long time. When was the last time you smiled? When was the last time you laughed so hard that your stomach was hurt? I'm talking about you laughed so hard that you was like, ah! Oh my God. I'm talking about with you had stomach cramps, where your stomach was hurting you all. When was the last time you laughed like that? When? Like, I want you to ask yourself that. When was the last time you laughed? Go to a comedy show. You can do a clean comedy show. Do something. But if you're always serious, you're never laughing, you got to lighten up. You got to lighten up. You got too much pressures. Well, somebody may say, well, you don't understand. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I understand. You don't know what I've been through. I'm telling you, been there and done that. I understand. I understand what it's like to be a single parent, raising children by yourself. Believe me, I understand. And I understand that God can make a way for you. I understand that God is a need meter. He will meet your needs. But if you put your trust in him, I would put my trust in God. And I'm going to tell you, I watch God stretch my finances. I watch God have people pour into my life and be a blessing to me. Here, I want to give this to you, Sheila. Go take you and your children out. Go do this. Giving me gift cards, giving me this. I'm telling you, the Bible says if a man's ways please the Lord, he will make even his enemies to be at peace with him, y'all. I'm telling you, when you walking in the obedience of God, God will have people given to your bosom. God will allow people to think about you. He will have you on other people's mind, and somebody be like, you know what, I was thinking about you. I just felt to bless you. I just felt to give you this. That's how God works. God will use people to bless you. Listen, I believe I shared what I need to say on today. Hope you guys are having a beautiful Saturday. This is your girl Sheila. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this episode of She Be Throwing Down. Listen, your girl had a delicious, absolutely delicious Footlong Subway sandwich, the number 23. That's my favorite. I don't get no other sandwich but the number 23 from Subway. I had me some Doritos with it and some Ruffles sour cream. Ooh, y'all, man. And some Ruffles sour cream and onion chips. Y'all, I gotta get this off of me. I spilled my Pepsi. You know it's gonna be sticky. And I just got a car wash, y'all. I just washed my car today. But it's cool. It got on me. I had the Ruffles sour cream and cheddar chips as well. I like to eat cheesy chips with my sandwich, with my Subway. Listen, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I would love for you to be a part of this audience by hitting that subscribe bell so you can see more of my content and delicious meals, you all. Listen, I want to say hi to everybody on this chat. I want to thank you guys for tuning in live with me. Listen, enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your family. Better yet, enjoy yourself. Do something for yourself. And until we meet again, your girl just want to say cheers and God bless. You all have a beautiful Saturday.